Hello, citations. What it do? It's Stop the Gamer, all father do-rag gang. Know the vibes like a scribe. Let's get it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, do-rag nation. How's everyone doing today? What's up, chat? What's going on, Eric? How you doing? What's up, DJ? What's up, Original? How you feeling? What's up, Keith? Insane Gamer, how's everyone feeling today? Hope everything's going well. What's up, Mr. Art of the Zoo? Appreciate that sub, Q. Welcome to Do-Rag Gang. Ooh, that rhymed. Ooh, I'm nice with it. Yeah. What's up, Lee? What's up, David? How you doing? What's up, Willie Poe? What up, what up? Here for the Do-Rag energy in the Miller Leagues. Is the best energy. Not bad, not bad. I was spending the entire morning basically watching Miller's live stream. Occasionally taking naps. Thanks for giving news. Anytime. I love it. When we're going to see the hair, when I'm good and ready. If I get to 1 million subs, we'll see. What's up, Integrity? So we got some Marvel's Avengers news, obviously. First, we have official news from the actual company. They still give news. We got a new patch that just went live. It is patch 2.3.2. Pretty funny that when patch 2.3 dropped, I joked that they were going to have to release patches for the patch because of all the bugs that came with it, and that's pretty much it. We got this is what, the second, I believe this is the second patch that they made specifically to fix the bugs in 2.3. This one small, but here are the patch notes. I just finished downloading this on Avengers, but I hear the notes. It is out on all platforms, should be out on all platforms. Let's see. They fixed the issue causing the hide my mission chain to still be active on the war table. Fortunately, the blog also works. Fixed an issue causing vault missions to disappear from the war table. Fixed it upon completion. That was a problem that I pointed out. Fixed an issue during quick match missions causing players' heroes to change after reloading a checkpoint. That was a pretty big one that people found out. They would play quick match and then they would have to reload the checkpoint because of a different bug. And then when they reload the checkpoint, their hero changed to somebody else. Fixed an issue causing the war table to display inaccurate mission rewards on elite vault missions. Fixed an issue causing the war table to display incorrect rewards on some villain sector missions. Fixed an issue causing environment distortion in Taskmaster Wasteland. Fixed an issue with several MCU Thor outfits that display the non-MCU version of Mjolnir when the player throws it. And fixed an animation issue with Kamala's magnificent Miss Marvel's outfit. What's up, Mandalorian? What's up, Azek? How's everyone doing? What's up, Bill? So these are pretty, a couple of these were pretty big issues, so hopefully they're actually fixed. Of course, this is not going to be the last patch. We know that they revealed last week that patch 2.4 is going to be the next patch, and that is going to mainly address rewards for events, while also adding a solo path to 175 power level if you don't want to play the raid or the OLT, or you can't do those. And then, of course, they also revealed that Miller was right and Jane Foster is going to be the next playable hero. But speaking of Miller must have been sensing that we're thirsty, because he was providing some tea. Like up that video, by the way, for algorithm purposes. Get the word out. Get the word out. There's actual Miller leaks coming. More. He's actually working on more as we speak. Sub Jab L plus that game plus Avengers Suck plus Ghastly. So Miller dropped this last night. He's been doing some data mining. A multiplayer variant of the Modok boss fight is getting worked on right now. Looks like it's finally happening. So remember all that stuff that Brian Wagner was saying about, oh, they can't, there's no Modok villain sector, or all these reasons they haven't been doing it. Well, it looks like they're finally doing it if this leak turns out to be correct. Of course, Modok was the main boss of the campaign, dropped in 2020, and people were wondering why he's not a villain sector, why you can't fight him again. And that's been a community ask since 2020. But of course, for whatever reason, they didn't do it. Finally, they started talking about it, saying, oh, well, they didn't design Modok to be a multiplayer fight. They can't just copy and paste. It's too hard. They might as well create a new villain. Well, it looks like they're doing it anyway. So what about Cloning Labs? So Miller said that it also seems to be that they are reworking Cloning Labs. So Cloning Labs is not a myth. It's not dead. What's up, Casual Avenger? Will this new boss fight change your life? Well, it's not really a new boss fight, is it? But considering it's Modok, yes, it will definitely change your life. So Miller says that it looks like they are taking the Cloning Labs and they're tweaking it, and potentially they're going to make Modok the final boss that you fight in Cloning Labs. Because before, if you don't know, Cloning Labs was basically going to be the first Omega level threat. It was supposed to come out in September of 2020. Scott Amos famously said, in the midst of all of the early delays of content, that Cloning Labs was weeks away. 2 years later, still gone, still not here. But Cloning Labs was supposed to be the original. So, funny enough, part of the mission leaked somehow. A few players, because of a glitch, were able to access Cloning Labs before everybody else, and they got to play it, and they got some footage of it. And the final boss fight of Cloning Labs was Abomination. And depending on how well you did before you got there, you would have to fight more than one Abomination. So obviously they ended up permanently delaying Cloning Labs. What's up, Jace? And saying that if they did bring it back, they would have to, tweak it because, they learned a lot since then and it's not up to current standards. Well, it sounds like they're tweaking it right now and potentially are just going to swap out Abomination with Modok. And that was going to be the new Cloning Labs. Technically, it's still weeks away. Technically true. Hulk needs a buff. I know people want the jump buff. Taskmaster will be cosplaying as Modok. This was just like the Maestro Taskmaster villain sector. Don't get too hyped up. So Cloning Labs is the original Cloning Labs was definitely much bigger in scale than a villain sector. It's like I said, it was supposed to be the original mega level threat. We got to see those guys that got access to it early run through it a little bit. It's definitely much bigger in scale than a villain sector. It has puzzles, so definitely not a villain sector. Not fair to call it that. So I'm still be willing to play it, but the optics aren't great. It's like you said, oh well, we hear you, we know you want new villains, that's why we haven't done Modok and all this other stuff. And then if they end up just doing Modok anyway, like it's like, oh, what are you doing here? How you doing, Jace? Did they fix the gear level up issue? What was the issue? There's so many issues. I don't know that one. It's patch 2.4. Yes, they said they're targeting May for patch 2.4. Which they would make it more realistic, like pick up cars. Funny enough, Miller has even more leaks. So there's a list of them. What's up, Dread? So for one, for all you Hulk mains, if you weren't satisfied with the Hulk skin we got last week, according to Miller, this one is currently in the works. It will not have the guns, but everything else, the bunnies, it's going to be a thing. That is going to be the next Hulk skin coming. Potentially. That is something they are working on. They were also experimenting with the ability to lift up cars, which sounds like it's something that they're targeting for Hulk specifically. Can I ask Miller, will they ever bring the Herald of Thunder Thor suit? Miller would tell you that he does not care about cosmetics. Also, he has a limited ability to see cosmetics. There's a lot of files for him to go to in regards to cosmetics. He generally doesn't go too far down there, but he probably would not have access to that. What's up, Lit? What's up? What happened to patrol mode? I think Miller mentioned that he saw a little bit of activity on patrol mode, but patrol mode's problem remains the same. They can't release it without joining progress. So until they figure out joining progress, no patrol mode. That's why I bring out a mirror image of Red Hawk with the guns. When is She Hulk coming? She Hulk is supposed to come after Jane Foster. Do I think Miller has news on leaked heroes? Yes, that's Miller's whole thing. He has news on. That's why Miller is famous around these parts. He has been leaking information about heroes and other things since 2020, and that's why we love him. Also, Miller is a cool guy, but mainly he's notable because he is the man with the leaks. Do you think we will finally get a timely release along Thor movie? That seems to be. I mean, they've done that so far. They revealed Jane Foster the day after the Thor: Love and Thunder teaser trailer was released. Miller is Bay, and our roadmap. All of those are true. What's up, JDC? What's up, Jason? So, new Hulk skin, Modok villain sector, potentially. I mean, not Modok villain sector. Modok multiplayer boss fight, potentially being a part of a Cloning Labs rework. Hawk, they may be working on giving Hawk the ability to lift up cars. Miller doing the law's work, whether people like it or not. Fact. I hear that Bad Bunny is playing El Muerto. Yes, I did. I don't know what Sony's doing over there, but I mean, they got to keep that. They got to keep that Spider-Man license, but they are running out of ideas. And they also announced Venom 3. We also got some. We also seems to have been some movement, some more info about She Hulk, her boss. Before Miller said he was basically 50-50 on whether or not Ultron was going to be before She Hulk, or if Ultron was going to be She Hulk's boss in her operation. And so far, when I asked Miller, he said right now he's about 80% sure that Ultron is going to be She Hulk's boss with the DLC. He said I asked him to put a percentage on it. He said 80%, probably higher. about Ultron being She Hulk's boss. Scarlet Witch is coming to Future Evolution. I know, I tweeted about it. It's very disappointing. If Hulk's char jumps in the marketplace, you would buy it. Do not give them ideas, John. They might do it. Miller is also working on another set of he's going to tweet this later. The reason why I was on Miller's stream all morning listening is because he's been going through the audio files. He has a bunch of audio files from the game, and he's been looking at the audio files that have been added since War for Wakanda, and there's like literally thousands of them. So he's just been playing them, seeing if there's something interesting, and setting aside stuff about, you know, particular heroes that stand out. So while I was listening, we had a bunch of voice lines about Winter Soldier, confirming that Winter Soldier is still very much a thing that they've been working on. They of course had voice lines about She Hulk. They had voice lines about Captain Marvel. So Miller has been just setting aside the voice lines that stand out, and he's going to put them in a tweet form. But indeed, they are still She Hulk, Winter Soldier, Captain Marvel, still a go, at least right now. We're getting Ultron. Yes, we're getting Ultron. It's like getting a Riddler sector. The gear pieces, push system for customize it, whatever. Trunks Parker, appreciate that rejoin. 6 months. Hawking out. The actual Professor Hawkskin. Yep, it is coming. Wanda's teased on for Wakanda. Yeah, Wanda is part of the Easter eggs. They have Doctor Strange Easter eggs. They have Loki. They have Wanda. They're in the universe, but they're not, in active development. Wanda was not one of the heroes they started working on, so she's just in the universe. What's up, Treasure? How you doing? Praying it would be the comic version of First Hawk. Maybe now John Smith will finally be satisfied with a new Hawk skin. Here's hoping. So it's 4 heroes left, or just 4 we know of. So what we know of, we know Jane Foster is coming. That was a new addition that they added to go along with the MCU, but also to fill in a gap before She-Hulk because of delay. We know She-Hulk. We know Winter Soldier. We know Captain Marvel. We know they started working on War Machine, but they seemingly canceled him. So there's a possibility they still might release War Machine, but so far, no activity that we know of. Will Thor be able to pick up cars? I have no idea. I just know they were Miller said they were testing it out. I would assume it would be for Hulk. Give Jane the Valkyrie skin? That'd be pretty nice. That'd be pretty nice. Yeah, it sounds like Jane is going to be mostly like Thor. If anything, I think they're going to change her ultimate. Because I was talking to Alex about this off stream, and he was explaining some of the difficulties of potentially making an Echo character. They don't want to make it a straight Echo character because then it's effectively just a skin. But changing a character's moves adds different complications. Like, for example, if Jane Foster doesn't have Warrior's Fury, that means they need to put in not only do they have to put in a new heroic, they also have to give her, they also have to change the skill tree, and they have to give a whole new set of gear that incorporates her new skill. So so it's a little more complicated. So based on the short notice, we might see a lot more similarities, but still, at the very least, I expect the ultimate for Jane Foster to be different. Iron Man should be able to lift cars and Hulkbuster. He's ready for more content. Think Jane's sexy. So Mike, I'm doing good. How are you doing? One thing that would be cool is if Hulk smash foes with 2 cars. If they do add that feature, I think it's probably just going to be for Hulk at first. Boycott the MCU until you get all playable characters. So that's not going to do anything. War Machine will have so many guns to use for range. True. I think Iron Man should just be able to lift car spirit. Technically correct. But I think the main reason they be doing something like this is because people have mostly been requesting that Hulk be able to do it, because that's kind of Hulk's thing. You know, Iron Man doesn't really fight by lifting cars. Same with Thor. You know, Iron Man relies on his weapons, on his suit. Thor is, you know, a literal god. Hulk is the one that's, you know, using the environment. So I would imagine it would mainly be for him. Winter Soldier would be amazing. Agree. War Machine has an Echo. You rather have him than Jane. Iron Man is not strong. Stop it. Tony Stark is not strong. Iron Man is very, very strong. If you've never read an Iron Man comic, or for that matter, you know, kept close tabs on the films. I know the films still display that Iron Man is, you know, supernaturally strong in the suit, but he's much stronger in the comics. Are there cars in Marvel's Avengers? Yeah, there are vehicles all over the place. I mean, even in the MCU, remember Spider-Man was trying to keep the ferry together after it split apart, and Iron Man suits just pushed it together. I think it's pretty cool to have another Thor in the game. How strong is Jane in the comics? I haven't read too many of her. I haven't read her comic run, but I don't remember her being, you know, like Rune King Thor level. But I mean, she's pretty strong. She has the power of Thor. Can hold a nuke, but can't beat Captain America. You realize this is a movie, right? You do realize the MCU like makes for one, Iron Man was not trying to kill Captain America and Bucky. Well, he was trying to kill Bucky, but he was not trying to kill Captain America. And 2, it's a movie. The MCU notably makes the characters much weaker than they are in the comics. Jane is crazy strong in the comics. I mean, I know she has the power of Thor in the comics, and comic Thor is way stronger than movie Thor. So I imagine she's pretty strong. Will we get Asgard? Definitely not. Winter Soldier's arm would have some cool combos, you think? Yeah, that'd be cool. Heard they might be doing Worldbreaker Hulk in the MCU. I've heard rumors, but I don't know. They killed it. No. Bucky killed his parents while brainwashed. Captain America did not. He was trying to kill Bucky. He was not trying to kill Captain America. And Captain America kept throwing himself in the way. Do you need to rewatch some? You need to rewatch I definitely recommend rewatching some of those MCU, some of those MCU films, especially involving Iron Man. And definitely pick up a comic book, my friend. They just turned Modok into a new raid. Oh God, please no, no more raids. Nice to have Loki as a character. Loki would be cool. When Alex was talking about Loki as a playable hero, it sounded pretty exciting. Bro, let's rewatch Civil War. Like a movie night. Could White Tiger be a future hero? Miller did mention the possibility that they could use other Echo characters, but White Tiger, I would highly doubt it. Because she's not relevant to the MCU. Taskmaster Ray win. Soon. What's up, Big Gabby? Black Knight is a new character. Yeah, Black Knight, especially if they base Black Knight off the comic books. I'd be down for that. Host a Civil War watch party. We'll see about that. Civil War watch party. A rewatch party for us. Captain America Civil War. Love how to recreate the Civil War cover in the end fight. Back. And definitely do me a quick favor. We were only at like 50 likes. I know we can get to 100. So smash. Tap. Make general love to the like button. Appreciate everyone being here. We were supposed to get villain skins a year ago. They mentioned the possibility of villain skins. I know specifically someone asked about Beta Ray Bill, and Phil said it was a possibility, but we haven't had any beyond Maestro. So yeah, the Civil War movie, because some people, a certain person in the chat seems to not remember what happened in Captain America Civil War. But also just a great movie. Nice to rewatch it. Ultron skin for Iron Man. Set the light for the Black Knight campaign. Sir, you on your break at work? What you missed? We're talking about all these fresh Miller leaks. I'm about to make you bust talk about Civil War. Whoa. Ultron Iron Man skin would be cool. So for those that missed it, we got multiplayer Modok potentially on the way as the final boss in a reworked version of Cloning Labs. This Hulk skin you see right here is another comic book skin they're working on for Hulk. One that definitely should make the Hulk mains happy. Also looks like Ultron is going to be, more likely is going to be She Hulk's villain. Also, Miller is currently working on a tweet thread where he's going to be showing off some voice lines that he found in the game. The voice lines will feature references to Captain Marvel, She Hulk, Winter Soldier. Waiting on the Spidey No Way Home. Still haven't had any yet. Where you can find a Miller stream. Miller is currently streaming on Twitch. Miller with 8 M's. I have his Twitter pulled up. You can go right to his Twitch from there. He streams 24/7 when his internet allows him. Definitely pop in. He's probably listening to the voice lines right now. There's a lot of them. Ultron's a She-Hulk villain. Sound like Ultron's going to be a throwaway. So the thing about that is Miller also said Ultron, that, you know, not just Ultron is coming to the game, and they've been building up to it for a while. He also mentioned Winter Soldier might make an appearance in She-Hulk's DLC, similar to how Kate Bishop and Hawkeye had their DLCs connected. He raised that. He said that seems like it's going to be a thing. So it's possible Ultron could be a multi-arc villain that covers 2 different DLCs, both She-Hulk and Winter Soldier, which would make sense to me considering the level of threat Ultron is. Yeah, like rather than just be multi-arc like AIM, because he's saying that they were trying to kind of follow the same cadence as they did with the releases last year. So it would make sense then to have 2 operations that are interconnected. And if you're bringing in Ultron, that makes sense because Ultron is a pretty huge huge Avengers level threat. When Bucky releases, he'll generally be the only character you play. Seems like he's going to be fun. Ultron going to make big money if this goes well. Good. Obviously, it's another robot, but it's Ultron. You'll scream if the Ultron boss fight is limited to the DLC campaign only. Well, hopefully they learn from that mistake, because people have made it very clear, stop doing that publicly and behind the scenes. Just want your boy Winter Soldier to have an LMG. Winter Soldier boss battle NPC for She Hulk. Winter Soldier. Like Bucky will be underpowered. So from what Miller was saying, that he knew of Winter Soldier's moves back when he first looked, it seemed like Winter Soldier was going to have a lot of guns, a lot of weaponry. And if that's the case, there's no way he would be underpowered, because as you know, ranged is very OP in this game. So if Bucky has a lot of ranged options, I don't see him being underpowered at all. And obviously melee still needs a tweak, a big tweak. They have Ultron to the Kree invasion, then Kree should be a foe. You think Scarlet Witch will eventually be a playable character? If this game makes it to, I don't know, 2024, maybe. When Winter Soldier had, I've heard assault rifle, I've heard sniper, I heard Miller definitely say he saw a grenade launcher. I know they have a sniper rifle asset that they haven't used yet, so that's possible. I know that they were considering using the sniper rifle for Black Widow, so I know they have that option. What's up, Big B? Appreciate you stopping through. A Bucky Deadshot build. Hey, LMG game. Sniper will be interesting. There's nothing like that in the game yet. So that could be a thing. The grenade launcher, he said, not sure if it's going to be one of his standard weapons or if it's going to be an assault heroic, but definitely seems like early looks at Bucky were leaning more towards the weaponry rather than like a melee focus. Every character in the game is overpowered except Peter. I mean, Spider-Man's pretty OP in some ways. Like, his ability to generate takedowns, to take down and generate orbs, is unlike everybody in the game. So he's very useful, and he's the fastest. Yo, what's up, Jet? Just going over all these Miller leaks. Do you think they will update older heroes? They tried to give Thor Stormbreaker. It did not work. But it looks like they're gonna try to update old heroes when it makes sense. Like Miller was saying that it looks like they were testing the ability to lift cars, which is definitely a Hulk thing. Captain America's good. You need to shield. No knife, melee, Bucky going crazy. I have no idea what his melee is going to be other than the arm, but from what Miller was telling me, from what he saw initially, it was a lot of look into weapons. Black Panther 3099 skin. You don't know how it doesn't work for Thor. So if you're talking about Stormbreaker, I'm talking about like literally on a technical level, it didn't work because obviously Thor does not have the animations for Stormbreaker. He was designed to be unarmed or have the hammer. So trying to figure that in during the time frame that they had was just producing a lot of bugs, and they could not get it to work. So they just, put it to the side. Night takedowns would be fun. Agreed. What's up, Herb? How you doing? Miller used to work for CD? No. What would She-Hulk's traversal be like in the game? I would imagine it would be just like the Hawks, except hopefully better. The original characters, when they were made, they didn't have traversal in mind, but fortunately we have a different team now. So I was asking AJ about this, so it seems like they're much more mindful now of traversal going forward. That's why we saw Spider-Man, even though, you know, the web swinging obviously isn't as good as Insomniac, it's very fast. So I would hope that means that heroes going forward are going to have good traversal. Bucky probably this year. I think so, yes. Double team abilities and takedowns would be fire. Agreed. They are expensive though. I remember Alex mentioning certain double team stuffs. It's very expensive to do. What did I say about Stormbreaker? It's old news. They tried to, when they released the endgame skin for Thor, they tried to give him Stormbreaker and it just didn't work. It was too many bugs. They couldn't get it to work in time. Speaking of Insomniac, they also suspect. Yo, Insomniac is going crazy. My lord. Cannot wait for Spider-Man 2. Insomniac is out there. They said after Jane Foster, next will be Captain Marvel. You heard? Nope. That's going to be She Hulk. Captain Marvel, I'm not expecting until 2023. Captain Marvel is nowhere near done. Stormbreaker for Beta Ray Bill. Same thing, is just smaller. Any word on vehicles? Not more than what Miller said, just that it looked like they were working on them. They shock blast remove Thor from your game. Double team to talk about takedowns on multiple heroes doing takedowns on one enemy. How would Jane and Thor having Mjolnir work? One will have Mjolnir, the other will have Mjolnir. Simple. I don't know what the story is going to be, but one will have Mjolnir, one won't. You can already have 4 Thors, so I don't get the immersion argument, the immersion breaking argument when it comes to Marvel's Avengers and Jane Foster, when you can literally already play with 4 Thors in one lobby. Not a big deal to me. Symbiote this week? I don't know about the symbiote, bro. I don't know about it. Anything on Falcon? Nothing. For Maestros, you want the slippers Hawk got on? Yeah, I believe Miller said they are going to have the slippers. Captain Marvel a few weeks back. Yeah, he said this Hawk skin won't have the guns, but it will have the bunny slippers. It would be epic if they had a hero all takedowns together. Anything on Spidey? Nothing I heard on Spidey. Miller was playing the voice lines. Some of them were Spider-Man, but they were mostly Spider-Man moaning and saying woo. The next DLC is probably the summer. Closer to when Thor Love and Thunder comes out. Would She Hulk be the best melee character in the game? Maybe. Who said the bunny slippers will have their own physics? I can't. Yeah, this skin looks like it's definitely going to be a dub. No better female hair. So does Sadistic Kitten. Doesn't look like it's going to get to the level that you want because of the engine. You go and main She Hulk. I main every character when they come out. I just got to see, just to level them up, see what they're doing. But I do hope they nail She Hulk. December for what? Mjolnir from another timeline for Jane Foster. Problem solved. Yeah, it's not like this is a game where you have tachyon surges causing. Oh, you can have multiples of the same hero and no one talks about it. You've got clone taskmasters running around. Who cares if they have Jane Foster? Joint takedowns with both Mjolnirs. I don't think She-Hulk. I don't think Jane and Thor are going to have team takedowns together specifically. I assume Jane will have team takedowns like everyone else. We could do the team takedown on the Dreadbot. You want to build melee Bucky? I mean, you're free to do it. Who knows? Maybe by the time Bucky comes out, all those all those improvements to melee that Alex promised will already be in the game, and it'll be legit. He fell off this game after BP dropped, but Bucky is confirmed. Bucky is in the files. Miller has leaked it. Obviously, when you say confirmed, if you mean does Crystal Dynamics confirm leaks, obviously they do not. But Miller has been data mining. He's seen the files that have Bucky in them. I've personally heard voice lines, so I know that Bucky is a character in this game for a fact. So yes, he is definitely in the game. They definitely have been working on Bucky. You want to see that thick figure? Fact. Don't get your hopes up though. This game is not this game is kind of hit or miss when it comes to that. But yeah, I did one of the voice lines I heard Miller play today was Black Panther saying that Bucky's down. So they definitely recorded voice lines for when Bucky goes down in combat. So he's in the game. They've been working on Bucky. I think he'll have a bag of tricks like Hawkeye, but with guns. Maybe. That'd be cool. Hopefully She Hulk is like 90s version, sassy, flirty. How will Bucky play? From what Miller said initially, looks like a lot of weaponry, but who knows? They might have changed it up a bit, especially if they fix melee. Maybe they'll do a mix of melee and range. Look up Daughter of Bane. DC version of She Hulk. Daughter of Bane. No? I mean, she literally just looks like Bane, but skinnier. She-Hulk is like actually sexy. That literally just looks like Bane. That literally looks like Slim Bane. No. Disagree. You're not much of a She-Hulk fan, but you're a player to fight Ultron. How much you want to bet she'll have infinite Bifrost? I don't think she'll have Bifrost at all. Well, if you get Odin, we will not. Are there any leaks for new bosses except Ultron? Not that I know of right now. Is She-Hulk going to jump higher than Hulk? I have no idea what her traversal is, unfortunately. I hope it's better. Where did Miller go live? Miller is live on Twitch all the time. He is streaming 24/7, 365. She-Hulk is like 6'7", and every introvert is sexy. What's up, Almighty? Bruce? Any leaks for Doctor Strange or Scarlet Witch? They're still not playable characters. They are still not planned to be playable characters. Unfortunately, they're both in the game. I mean, they're in the universe. Shavavari in what from Wakanda. He obviously mentions Wanda specifically by name. He talks about Loki. Doctor Strange is in the prequel comics. They're in the universe. They're Easter eggs, but they're not in active development. Spider-Man's 8 feet tall, Marvel's Avengers. Yeah, that's just on them. Think I should stream that 24/7? Absolutely not. I refuse. You want a different energy type? Same. Sony and WB should get together First superhero movie no one asked for. Jane Foster probably had different heroics. She'll probably, I'm guessing she'll have one different heroic. Hopefully she has amazing skin, sex cells. Yeah, but Crystal Dynamics does not seem to think that. Captain Marvel, what's up, Shays Vaughn? What about her? Anywhere on Emotville? Still no. Still no Emotville. Yeah, Spider-Man, they made it way too tall in this game. I don't know if they just made, I don't even know if it was that they made Spider-Man too tall. It's just they didn't make the other, like Hulk and Thor tall enough. Loki has been confirmed. I mean, yeah, but doesn't mean he's gonna, actually be in the game. You can write about Thor dying Love of Thunder. I'm pretty confident. Is Captain Marvel still coming? As far as I know, but she's not coming out this year. The plan is still to release Captain Marvel, but it ain't happening this year. That's probably being like 5-1 in the game. You want Spider-Woman playable eventually? I mean, if they're going to do a Spider Echo character, it's got to be for everybody. Not just PlayStation. She all going to be a gorilla. No, Miller has said she's going to be like classic She-Hulk, closer to that. Definitely not the bulky one that you saw in certain comic runs. The other way around, Hawk and Thor a little short. Yeah. Y'all go have a nice body. We pray. Yeah, I don't think they're good. I hope they'll eventually do a Loki villain sector or something, but I don't know. Y'all gonna have that good. I'm hoping that She-Hulk comes with desserts. Wolverine confirmed for Insomniac. Yes, Insomniac is confirmed to be working on a Wolverine game. We got a teaser of it. Looks like they're currently about to start mocap. Very excited. I would guess it's coming out in 2024. Probably leaks on how Jane will play. Sounds like she's going to be very, very similar to Thor. If I give you diabetes, facts. Am I seeing Multiverse of Madness? Absolutely. I already got my ticket. Miss Marvel probably look better in the show. For Kamala, I don't care about Kamala's power change. I just don't think the show is going to be good. You want the release date for Wolverine? I would guess 2024. She-Hulk with the thick thighs, saving lives. Laura, She-Hulk is a national hero. Wonder if they have any Easter eggs that's hinting to the new enemy type. I mean, we know the Kree are coming. They talk about it all the time. But that's something that's going to be supposedly coming with Captain Marvel. Must she have to look like a female bodybuilder. Her show's not going to make money. Do you think Steve Bloom will voice Wolverine in the game? Maybe. When will the roadmap come out? There is no roadmap. If you missed my previous stream, Crystal Dynamics is not doing roadmaps anymore. Instead, they're going to be doing the weekly blogs they've been doing with first with 2.3 and then what they did with patch 2.4 and 2.5. That sort of communication is what they're going to be doing going forward. There will be no roadmaps. You got your tickets for Doctor Strange 2 already? Yeah. Stop watching the trailer. Yeah, the only thing I saw was that they officially confirmed the Illuminati, but we already knew that. Did Jane come with the update? That's funny. No. Will Wolverine top Spider-Man though? Personally, I don't know. The Spider-Man 2 looks amazing. But Wolverine, M-rated Wolverine game from Insomniac, ooh. That's gonna be tough. That'll be tough. Will they make She-Hulk topless? Definitely not. So how will She-Hulk play? She-Hulk has a different combat style to Hulk. She's more agile, more of a grappling wrestler type. You want to play Moon Knight? Moon Knight would be so boring. I do not want to play him. Modok goaded for finding. So we're going to be brutal. I can't wait. Saints Row has now been ruined. Am I going to play Hogwarts Legacy? Absolutely. Did Jane come with the update? Yeah, that was a good one. A few weeks away. If they do Unreal Engine, it'll be absolutely mind-blowing on next gen. Spider-Man 2 is a sequel. It's going to be on a way bigger scale than Wolverine. The best thing to me going is that you're going to be able to play Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and there's Venom involved. So symbiote suits. But it's Wolverine. It's a Wolverine game. You know, like imagine if we don't know if they're going to whip out other X-Men. If I've heard rumors that you might fight the Hulk. Like that game, don't sleep on Wolverine. We might be like Black Panther doesn't wall crawler pounds. Exactly. Why you think is a Doctor Strange? Who do I think is a Doctor Strange? What, in the movie? They seem to looks like a Shamu Garath. Looks like he fights Strange Supreme. Looks like he's definitely fighting Wanda, who's, you know, gone crazy. Hopefully Spider-Gwen for Spider-Man 3. Depends on who's playing. Based on the storyline, you're playing TMT, Shredder's Revenge? Definitely not. If you sleep on Wolverine, he'll come for you in your sleep. That is a Wolverine thing to do. You spend more time interacting with the community than playing the game? Same. So Jane is going to play exactly the same as regular Thor. No differences. Like Kate and Hawkeye. I don't know how similar, but I know she's going to be very similar. I expect the very least no Shamu Garath to life sync. Well, tentacle monster that looks exactly like Shamu Garath. as we saw in the trailer. But if we get the symbiote suit in Marvel's Avengers, then it means Marvel's Avengers is finally ready to make money. But they still haven't done it. You've heard to make a Planet Hulk movie. I've heard that for a while. I've not heard anything coming of it. It definitely sounds like they've been like kind of sidelining the Hulk. So I doubt that they're going to do a Planet Hulk movie. I think Wolverine should be a story before he joins X-Men. Raw and Uncontrolled. How's the Reddit doing? It's Reddit. you know pretty much what the Player Avengers Reddit's doing. They're hating on Miller. They're asking for skins. They're talking about, they're memeing the game. It's the Reddit. It's the same stuff every day. They saving Hawk for phase 10 when he will destroy the whole MCU. Have a last day with Wolverine, imagine. Then I give us MCU Maestro. Ugh. I don't know. The toxic community for Marvel's Avengers needs to stop. It looks like it's here to stay, because the toxicity level of a community is usually directly proportionate to, one, the type of game it is, and two, how successful it is. So unless Marvel's Avengers has a huge comeback, we're just always going to have this toxic element, unfortunately. Best thing you can do is ignore them at this point, because it's like, it's been 2 years. Like, get over it. Is Wolverine going to be M-rated? Yes. Mephisto, I'm pretty sure that they're not going to do Mephisto at this point just to screw with us. Because, like, we thought Mephisto was coming in WandaVision because they were literally doing House of M, and then we found out the writer didn't even know who Mephisto was. So I don't think Mephisto is going to be a thing. Even Marvel's Avengers makes a comeback, they'll still be toxic. Well, yeah, but if Marvel's Avengers like makes a legitimate comeback, then the haters will be completely irrelevant, like because they'll be drowned out. The problem is there is still so many problems with Avengers, so you know the haters blend in with the natural critics. Rune King Thor skin, comic accurate. People really want Marvel's Avengers to fail. I mean, it's already failed to a degree. It's as a live service Marvel game, it's already failed. It didn't live up to the potential, but it's still going on. You know, a lot of people just feel disappointed with how it turned out because of how much potential it had. He was supposed to. They had the rabbit turn into a demon at the end, but they changed it due to concerns of scaring fans. And they also wrote Doctor Strange out, so it's very clear that they're not particularly concerned about the plot. Pistol's pretty much immune at this point. Facts. Crossbone villain sector. Not exclusive right now. I mean, if it's taking them this long to do Modok, then I don't want them to do Crossbones at all. They're doing True Doom and Wanda Kids. They have to introduce Pistol. Well, that's the thing. They don't have to because it's the MCU. They ignore the comics all the time. They use the comic book characters as a template to basically do whatever they want. so they don't have to introduce Mephisto at all. I mean, they should, but they don't have to. They're probably not. Crystal Dynamics does not have the greatest game company out there. So the Tomb Raider games were fine. People enjoyed them for what they were. They just ended up being way over their heads with this Avengers thing. Think Ant-Man's going to die in Quantumania? That's definitely a possibility. Bravo, so much potential, so many characters. Yeah, just do Crossbones and Taskmaster as a villain together. Bro, like the thing is, I don't know how, because I was listening, I was going off some stuff that Brian was saying, but they literally copy pasted Taskmaster into the Maestro villain sector. So I know they're limited, but I don't know what their priorities are. Because why if it was legitimately such a problem to make a campaign boss into a multiplayer boss, why would you design it that way in the first place? In a game that you know lacks content and villains. What else did Miller say other than Modok? He mentioned Ultron is most likely coming with She Hulk. They were playing around with cars, being able to lift cars potentially for Hulk. New Hulk skin right here. Modok potentially being with Cloning Labs. He's currently working on compiling a tweet thread with a bunch of leaked voice lines that include references to Bucky and Captain Marvel. What's up, Yardrat? You predict 5 overshield enemies, followed by 5 more overshield enemies, followed by Modok that will be two-shotted. Accurate. Who's next after Jane? She Hulk is after Jane. She Hulk is a DLC, yes. Are No Way Home skins happening? I don't think so. At this point, why? Like, if they haven't done them by now, then I think the rumor that there was some kind of financial dispute with Sony is probably valid, because why wouldn't you have them at this point? With the guns, no. He will have the bunny slippers though, but Hulk won't have the guns. Why did I say Bucky's coming this year? Because Bucky is after She Hulk, and She Hulk is already done. They're just waiting for her show to come out. So naturally, that means there's a decent chance that since Jane is an Echo and She-Hulk's already done, that they'll be able to get Bucky out by the end of the year, since he was next anyway, and they've still been working on him. Love to see. Cannot wait to see Bucky. You should really be part of the Marvel's Avengers team for ideas for the game. I mean, yeah, but I don't think it'll do anything. That Discord isn't as lit as you think it would be. we had the round table with Alex and AJ. I gave them great ideas. We all gave them some cool ideas, but at the end of the day, they're just ideas. They still have to take those ideas, bring it to their higher ups. Their higher ups have to approve it. They have to decide if they're going to put money into it, and then they have to get to work and put them into the game. So I think nothing will save Marvel's Avengers. No individual character will save Marvel's Avengers. If you're thinking about saving Marvel's Avengers, I'm guessing that means making Marvel's Avengers more successful, putting it in such a state that it will be a respected live service game for years to come. Don't think about it in terms of one character, because one character isn't going to do anything. The only way to quote unquote save Marvel's Avengers is consistent improvements across the boards that address all of the issues with the game. And to be fair, they've been taking steps to address some of that. But because the core of the game is a problem, that's what patch 2.3 was about. So patch 2.4 is about. They have to make the core of the game more playable, more new player friendly. They have to obviously figure out a better way to bug test. They have to incorporate content that is replayable and rewarding. Add features on top of that, so that if there is a content drought, people still at least have reasons to play the game. Obviously, communication has to be better and consistent. It's out with the Shillery, you know it. But just adding one hero isn't going to do anything if the core of the game isn't better. This game wasn't even built for a character like Spider-Man. Yeah, but Square wanted the Sony was waving money around, and Square said, "Sure, we like money." About saving it, you just wanted to be fun, something to be enjoyable. Yeah, I think that's more achievable. If they continue to improve the core of the game, improve the rewards, solo path to 175, better event rewards, the war table, make it more sense, better new player onboarding, then they start adding new characters, more villains, villain sectors, more mission types that are actually different and rewarding. Then you throw on new heroes on top of that. Just steadily improve the game bit by bit. That's the way. There's not going to be a Taken King type of update that's going to solve everything. They just gotta keep hitting singles and doubles. The roadmap, the year-long roadmap is, obviously a red flag, not having it, but consistent communication. Okay, this is the next update. This is what's going to be in it. Consistent communication with the community, taking in feedback, actually acting on the feedback. Maybe not having a massive update, but maybe have an update that fixes a lot of the core issues with the game. Just keep it going, and then eventually you're sitting on a much better product. Yeah, brick by brick. Like that's what Alex was talking about, the challenge of Avengers. The team currently working on Avengers is not the team that started working on Avengers. So part of Alex's job has been to fix all the crap that was done wrong. You know, obviously he would say it much nicer, but that's essentially what his job has been. Not just adding new stuff, but fixing all of the unoptimal stuff from before, like the gear, the bad enemy design. You know, that's part of the reason why Melee is, you know, not good. The enemy design, you know, so it's just been a uphill battle of, you know, balancing out adding new stuff with fixing all of the old stuff. And they don't have a lot of resources to do any of this with, so it's been taking, you know, time. And Jane people are still gonna cry. I mean, they're crying right now. So of course. Eventually the Avengers Wall is going to get wrecked by Gotham Knights. Well, Gotham Knights isn't a live service game, so that's the other thing. Like, all these games people have been saying are going to be Avengers killers haven't been Avengers killers because, one, either they weren't, you know, direct competition because they're not live service games. So, you know, like Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy was great, but once you're done, you're off. You know, so either it wasn't a live service game and people moved on, or you had a Cyberpunk situation where it was worse than Avengers was, or comparable, and flop in terms of player enjoyment. So I don't look at Gotham Knights as a killer, because it's definitely going to, you know, occupy people's time, but it's not a live service game as far as I know. So when people are done with it, they'll and Avengers has something to do, they'll do that. When will Jane come out? Summertime. Cyberpunk was said to be Avengers killer. I don't know. I was there when people were saying it on Reddit. So the Hulk is hired to give us the old ripped shirt and pants. What are my thoughts on Elon Musk buying Twitter? I think it's hilarious. I think it's actually hilarious that we have a guy who's so rich that he can turn memes into reality. I think I think the reactions to people on Twitter to Elon Musk buying it have been hysterical. Like, people are actually having meltdowns. They're acting like it's Donald Trump all over again. They're, you know, the same people that were saying they're going to move to Canada when if Donald Trump became president, are the same people saying they're going to leave Twitter if Elon Musk buys it. It's ridiculous. People saying, oh, he should have spent his money to stop. There's this ridiculous, there are these ridiculous tweets going around from people saying that Elon Musk, instead of buying Twitter, could have ended homelessness and world hunger. And I'm like, bro, y'all literally don't have any idea how the world works. That's complete nonsense. Elon Musk could not. $45 billion sounds like a lot of money, but it would not solve world hunger or homelessness. Those are much more complicated problems than just throwing money at it. If you could solve homelessness and world hunger with money, they would have been solved literally decades ago. You know how much money has been spent fighting poverty, fighting homelessness, fighting world hunger? Way more money than Elon Musk has, and we're still in the same. We still have world hunger. We still have homelessness. It's not like, yet every time a billionaire does something, we hear the same talking point. Oh, if only they spent this money to solve world hunger. Like, no, that's not how this works. That's not how it works. It's hilarious. Like, every time. No, $45 billion is a lot of money. It would not make a dent in world hunger. There's saying people would say, why don't we just print more money? Exactly. Like, that's not how it works. First of all, people don't understand. People don't look in, because they don't do any research. You know, they go on TikTok, they go on Twitter, and they just say stuff because they see a meme or something. World hunger is a complicated issue. The reason why a lot of these places, and it's usually the same places that have all this hunger. The reason why they have that hunger is because of the actual country itself. You have countries that are run by warlords and dictators, some of which are propped up. Some of these warlords and dictators are also propped up by countries like America, like the UK, like China, and they're allowed. And what do warlords and dictators do? They starve their people and they enrich themselves and their friends. So you have these situations where these organizations are dropping in food and money and aid, and a lot of it doesn't even reach the people that need it because the warlords and dictators just take it for themselves. And then you have issues where, where you'll have people that are supposed to be working on behalf of the UN taking stuff for themselves or abusing the people that they're supposed to be helping. So it's a lot of corruption, and that's usually the case when billions of dollars are changing hands. But just simply saying, giving a huge organization some money to drop in food into war-torn countries is going to solve world hunger is completely ridiculous. That's not how this has ever worked. And that's not what's going to have to fix. What's up, Showversal? Of course, he comes in on a Marvel's Avengers stream, even though he has it uninstalled. Seen someone make a rant video that ended with they playing Jane when she drops. Watch How to Be a Tyrant on Netflix. I'll check it out. Marvel's Avengers is one of your favorite games to play, but you haven't played in a while. Then get back into it. Well, hope you enjoy it. Hope this new patch makes it more stable. Elon Musk should save Avengers. I mean, he could. He has the money to do it. I mean, what's the problem with Avengers? Obviously, they can't fix the engine. The engine is what it is. But if you want to significantly improve Avengers, the problem that they have is they don't have the money and resources to get more people to help out. So technically, Elon could give money could fund it. I mean, he could buy Crystal Dynamics if he wanted. He could outsource. He could hire more people to improve Marvel's Avengers. So, I mean, if you want to save Marvel's Avengers, tweet Elon Musk, the new owner of Twitter. Ask him to throw some millions of Marvel's Avengers way. Eli, the Xbox guy, though. Do I have a job? Streaming is my job. All I do is stream, make videos, and earn money from crypto. So you got a Toxic Avenger Reddit user here. They're everywhere. What's up, Behind the Hazard? We were talking about Avengers. Now we're talking about Elon Musk. It's all over the place. The fact that people were upset over the buy shows you the amount of censorship there was. All I do is stream, make NFTs all day. Dogecoin, no, not Dogecoin. Shiba Inu to the moon. That's the main reason I'm messing with Elon Musk right now. Forget Doge. Get Shiba Inu to the moon. If Shiba goes to $1, shoot. No, I don't do NFTs. My friend does NFTs. He swears by them, but I don't do NFTs. But if Shiba goes to if Shiba goes to 50 cents, I can literally retire right now. If Shiba Inu goes to 50 cents right now, I can retire. Come on, Shiba to the moon. Let's go. Come on, Elon. Pump up Shiba. I need it. I need that Shiba. You coach kickboxing and clean carpets, which you could just stream. Need to put it to work. Hey, go for it. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Kickboxing is pretty cool. I used to take Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I love martial arts. You always cancel us out. Jeez, I've yet to engage in NFTs at all. I just don't have, I quite frankly just don't have the patience to sit down with it. Like, so all I know is that there are some people that are making money off of it, and then there are a bunch of, you know, corporations that are trying to exploit it. What it do? Keep up the great work. Been a hot minute. Appreciate you, my brother. Don't follow Brie Larson's footsteps. Oh gosh, you do not have to worry. One of my philosophies in life is to think, what would Brie Larson do? And then do the exact opposite. And she's a reality. Elon Musk reboots Justice League. Oh gosh. DC now says her Musk cinematic universe. well, when Elon eventually, that's actually kind of funny, because if Elon keeps making more money, if his wealth keeps growing, like Elon's wealth is growing right now as Disney's is tanking. Like Disney's stock price has been kind of tanking lately. So if Elon gets to a point where he could buy Disney, I mean, I don't know. You still clap Brie Larson? She's got a boyfriend, my friend. We can start seeing the Shiba dog added to the MCU as an actual character. I bet. Elon should buy Sony for everyone and just stick to. Sony does a lot of things, but whoever's in charge of making Spider-Man movies over at Sony, something needs to change over there. I don't know what they're doing. Batman movie was good. It was. He was saying he's going to regret buying Twitter. No, I don't think he is. Elon Musk knows exactly what he's buying. Elon's not buying Twitter because he needs it. He's buying Twitter because he sees an opportunity. Twitter is a trash app. It's always been a trash app. And on top of it, just being poisonous to the culture, it's technically speaking a trash app. It's been bad at making money for years. So if anything, Elon is going to make Twitter better, at least for the shareholders, because Elon knows how to make money. So Twitter will be more profitable, most likely under Elon. I don't know what he's going to do in terms of the content. I heard he mentioned something about making Twitter Blue. A part of that is that you can get verified. All you have to do is make it a monthly fee and you're automatically verified, and you'll have the benefits of being a blue check mark, like only setting it so that you can only see tweets from people that have blue check marks if they at you. So that could be interesting. The best thing I think Elon could do for Twitter is get rid of the bots. He's been pretty vocal about getting rid of the bots. And if you didn't know, Twitter is overrun with bots. So many bots. Like people, like a big part of like outrage culture on Twitter is bots. Like people think it's just like all these accounts attacking one person, and it's really just one person handling like a bunch of different bot accounts. Yeah, like Twitter is like, I think I read a study was done, and they said like 10% of there's like 10% of the active Twitter user bases that are actively using Twitter every day. Like there's a very small percentage of actual Twitter users that are legitimately using Twitter all the time. Most people aren't really tweeting like that. They either, scroll through Twitter, just looking at stuff, or they're just bots. Next up, Ezra posted a vid yesterday. What did Ezra do now? It's a lot of booty on Twitter. Oh, Twitter. There's a lot of adult entertainment for sure on Twitter. As our good friend Dredd. I don't know if Dredd's still in the chat, but he can tell you all about the booty on Twitter. He can tell you all about it. Dredd is a connoisseur of the Twitter booty. You think 90% of Twitter replies are bots? They definitely sound like bots. There's definitely a lot of NPCs running around in the community. I think we all are. I think your adult entertainment is safe, Bob's. Ezra Miller choked a fan, slammed her. Yeah. Did he do a new one? Because I know there's an old video of him choking that female fan. Go back, gotta charge your battery. Go for it. I heard about it on Comic Cast. Bessie McDonald. Ezra Miller, like, I don't know what happened to Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller is a lunatic. Ezra choked another fan? Jesus Christ. How's Ezra Miller still on the Flash movie, bro? How have they not replaced Ezra Miller yet? Ezra threw a chair at another woman. Jesus Christ. What is wrong with Ezra Miller? Grant Gustin, please. What Avengers info did you miss? On the screen we got a new Hulk skin that's coming. You see here multiplayer Modok. To expand on that, Miller thinks that Modok is going to be with Cloning Labs, and he thinks Ultron is coming with She Hulk. So I like K Flock. I have no idea who that is. What's up, Demir? Yeah, they legit just need to scrap the Flash movie, or just write Ezra Miller out of it. Like, get a new actor, take out Ezra Miller. It's going to be expensive, but that's why I think they should just scrap it, to be honest, because I think the movie's going to be bad anyway. But at the very least, take Ezra Miller out of it. Like how's it still going on? They can't replace Ezra with Grant because he's under contract with CW, but somebody else. It's not like Ezra was like this amazing Flash either. Ezra wasn't even that good as the Flash. Replace Ezra, just get it out. New episode of Superman Lois today. Oh, gotta check that out. It's crazy. Ezra can be a menace. Still stay on the Flash, with Johnny Depp got dropped off all his movies just for allegations. Well, Ezra Miller is non-binary, so Johnny Depp is just a drunk guy who does cocaine. No extra privilege to shield him. This also happened to Johnny Depp during like the height of Me Too. Back when people still were taking Me Too as an organization seriously. So Johnny Depp just had, bad timing. What's the best way to hit 3 enemies with a single intrinsic attack with Black Panther? 3 enemies with a single intrinsic attack? I have no idea. See how he goes belly up? Do you think Grant? Well, CW is not going to go belly up. CW, if anything, is just going to get bought by somebody else. But Grant is still under contract, so he's not going anywhere. So it's challenge card. I assume there's only challenge card, but I don't know any Black Panther intrinsic attacks that hit multiple characters at the same time. In fact, we get the James Gunn fiasco. Oh boy. Big Ezra Miller is a perfect demonstration of white privilege. Well, the problem is Johnny Depp kind of undermines that idea of white privilege to a degree. Because Johnny Depp, Johnny Depp was definitely destroyed. And, the patriarchy, whiteness did not protect him at all. he was just down bad. And he would still be down bad if he didn't, have all those receipts. Panther cow. Does percussive blast count as an intrinsic attack? If percussive blast counts as an intrinsic attack, then if you just do that on some drones or something, I guess that would help you get through the challenge card. Because all of his other intrinsic attacks are like melee combo moves. Guy that ready to win the case. What's up, King Nations? Connect dagger finisher. Yeah, Amber just getting exposed bad. Ezra out here being reverse flash. Ever see him as horrendous? They can't win. I don't know it's necessary to the team. It's just the fact that Johnny Depp was prepared. Johnny Depp knew what it was. Did I see the video where everyone booed her? They did. The public, she definitely lost, regardless of how the court case goes, she's definitely seemingly lost public opinion. If she wins, you lose the rest of the amount of faith you have in the U.S. I mean, it kind of sad if your faith in the U.S. rests on the Amber Heard trial, but I guess there are definitely more reasons you should not have faith in the U.S. Can't beat Captain of Jack Sparrow's charisma is unmatched. What good is coming to the Marvel game? I guess it depends on. Well, I think the solo path to 175 is good. That's definitely good. Some people like Jane Foster. Some people do not. But that's good depending on your perspective. Anyone who defends Amber Heard just as toxic as her. Correct. Double standards are abound. There's a clip where Johnny made the whole court laugh and just starting to get out. You want Johnny to get his job back? So I think the Pirates of the Caribbean, I think that's gone. My interest is just in justice actually being served and people just being mindful of this going forward. Because faking abuse is very serious. And there's unfortunately this issue in our society right now where you have men who are abused who aren't taken seriously. And then you have this overcorrection when it comes to women making accusations where people don't consider necessarily the possibility that the man could be innocent. There has to be some balance here. And especially in how we treat it. Like if we're gonna just throw Johnny Depp's career away off allegations with no evidence. At the very least, Amber Heard should get the same treatment when there's actual evidence of her abuse. Barry, was Amber Heard's lawyer objected to his own question? Was Johnny Depp's last big movie Fantastic Beasts 2? Fantastic Beasts 2? Yeah, Fantastic Beasts 2. Is that that's the last Johnny Depp movie I personally saw. I haven't heard about any other ones. I personally saw Fantastic Beasts 2, and it was incredibly mid. That's the last time I've seen Johnny Depp in a movie. I cannot remember any other ones. I know they replaced him in Fantastic Beasts 3 and Pirates. Now watching the third Fantastic Beast. Same, yeah. I had no interest in seeing that movie. Like I wasn't interested in the series after the second one. Like I thought the first one was like, okay, whatever. Weird that they made this into a movie, but I don't know how they're going to stretch this into a trilogy. And the second one was just like, eh. Smash couldn't even answer the question that they said next. Keep going. Yeah, I think the discourse online in general has just gotten so bad, especially around issues of political stuff. It's like people are unwilling to consider the possibility that they're wrong. They get very emotionally invested in their worldview and what they think is true, and so that we see online discussions, it's just people yelling at each other, trying to get the dunk in. What is my take on this game making it to 2023? It's probably going to make it to 2023, but I'm not expecting anything big. Like, I think Captain Marvel will most likely make it into the game, but beyond Captain Marvel, I don't know. It's going to depend on how well the game does this year. I'll be curious to see what the Square Enix financial report is for Marvel's Avengers. They still haven't released it. Their quarterly reports for their games division. I want to see how well Avengers did after the holidays of 2020. People were shocked after the abused guy was in jail for years to find the woman was the abuser. Yeah, I think the main thing is that we need to normalize the fact that men can be abuse victims, and that's okay. And men can also be vulnerable, because we see this all the time in society. Like if like Amber Heard even said it herself. Like if you tell people that she was like, if you tell people I was abusing you, no one's gonna believe you. And I think that's a problem. Like men can be abused too, especially young boys. Like that there seems to be that double standard as well. Like when you hear that a male abused an underage girl, like, oh, they're a monster. But then you'll see these websites make these stories about the female teacher abused a young student. They're like, oh yeah, I wish I was still in school, huh? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Nudge, nudge. And it's like, no, bro. That's messed up. So I think it's important to just never lose sight of that balance. We are, it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, and we should regardless, our differences strive to have a society that actually embraces justice and not revenge. And I feel like a lot of activists are coming from a place of revenge rather than actual justice. And that's not the way going forward. You call them You saw a TikTok defending Amber Heard because guys are excited over the trial. She said if that won, this would take stuff away from women. Yeah, like no. Yeah, that's a ridiculous take. Because this, and that's the toxicity I'm talking about. Like, you're there. That is the person that is committed to their worldview and doesn't want anything to change it. Like Amber Heard losing the case is not bad for women. Amber Heard winning the case is bad for women because it would mean that women can be allowed to get away with abuse and there'd be no consequences. And that's not, this is a woman who, from what we could tell, falsely accused Johnny Depp of being this monster when she was the one doing it. And if it ends with there being no consequences, then that's going to have negative impacts on women going forward, because then people are going to be more skeptical when a woman does come forward. That's always a danger of when women make false accusations, because there are most women are not making up false accusations, but because of the way the media cycle works, anything that comes up to be false is going to be blown way out of proportion. Amber Heard, no, she hasn't won yet. I'm just saying, if she won, that wouldn't be a good sign. Morbius was the worst? You mean the best movie of all time? Venom movies are awesome. The first one was fine, except for that, that final fight was awful. But the second one I thought was trash. What's up, some guy? Does any of this Miller news raise my hopes? Not at all. My hopes are exactly the same. Definitely not. I mean, Cloning Labs definitely is going to raise my hopes. Just is what it is. I don't think this Hulk skin is tomorrow. Marvel's Avengers doesn't usually release a skin for the same character in back-to-back weeks. Probably be another Iron Man skin. If Razzie is an Oscar, then yes, pretty much it should be, because Morbius is art. You're a Venom simp. Those movies were better than the Spider-Man 3. I mean, that's not saying. What kind of comparison is that? Yes, it was better than the Spider-Man 3 Venom, because the Spider-Man 3 Venom was garbage. It was terrible. A terrible movie. And a terrible Venom. It was a very low bar that the Sony Venom movies had to clear. They did back-to-back with Spider-Man, so what are you talking about? Amari, first of all, tone it down. So, because it seems like you didn't hear what I said. So let me repeat it. I said, usually they don't release skins in back-to-back weeks for the same character. That means they, for the most part, when they're revealing skins, they will have different characters across different weeks. Just because they did it for one character one time does not mean they do it for everybody. If you heard me the first time, then why'd you say what you said? Because I said usually, which means mostly they don't do back-to-back characters. I said mostly, which means most of the time, and these are facts, you can go through and check yourself, they'll have a different character. That's all. So, no need to be rude. Just keep that in mind. We're trying we're trying to have a nice and chill stream. If you ever need clarification about something, just say it. And I'm getting hurt the most, and she's the main character of the game. You're not being rude. That might not be your intent, but you came off as rude because you misinterpreted what I said, and then was like, "What are you talking about?" So saying what are you talking about sounds rude in the context of also misinterpreting what I said. That's all I'm pointing out. In the future, just be mindful of how you interact with people when you're trying to get more information. You thought Carnage looked cool, and I love Woody Harrelson, but the movie was just, especially because they had to make it they didn't want to go R-rated, so they had to go PG. So as cool as Carnage looked, there was basically no real violence. It was like, oh, Carnage has all these cool weapons and stuff he's going to do. Oh, look, all the violence is happening off screen. You can't see it. Can you do the challenge card stuff in a harm room? Did they end up patching that? I know you can do it in the normal harm room. People used to always do the challenge card stuff in the normal harm room, but it doesn't work in the custom harm room. I think you can still do it in the normal harm room, but it won't work in the custom harm room. You're up at the high pitched Carnage. PG-13 Let There Be Carnage was boo. It was not great. I thought Venom was terrible in the second one. I thought Carnage was cool, but it was basically like a kid's boo. It was too goofy for me. It was too goofy. Do I think we'll see Carnage in the MCU? Nah. Venom, yes. They should have kept Carnage rated R, have him survive and defeat Venom. They should just give Carnage his own movie instead of rushing it into a team up. Just give Carnage his own movie. R-rated Carnage movie. Like you gave Morbius his own movie, for God's sake. Why not Carnage? How you give Morbius a movie and not Carnage? Venom 2 was a love story. Yes, it was a love story between Eddie Brock and his symbiote. Yes, it was true. Carnage and his lady, Venom and Brock, love story. Sony giving too many people their mobile movies. Facts. William Dafoe's Cassidy. Do I think Craven will be good? No. Yeah, will Craven be another Morbius sweep? Probably. You'll love to see Venom in this game if the game survives long enough. I don't think we're seeing any more Spider-Man related content beyond skins. Summarize the leaks. Two of them you can see on the screen. One is the Hulk skin that's coming. To dive deeper into Modok, Miller thinks that he can potentially be coming with Pony Labs, which he thinks that they're reworking. They're working on. He saw that they were working on the ability to play around with cars, which looks like it might be for the Hulk. The ability to pick up cars and throw them. Thinks Ultron is most likely coming with She Hulk. He's currently working on a tweet thread right now. He's getting together audio files ready that he found in the game, which has references to Bucky, Captain Marvel. Miller is doing good work. Christian Gordon went harder than anybody knew Batman. I don't know about that one. Everyone wants to make everything for kids. You get it because it's the easiest market to appeal to. Look at that road, and it sucks. It ends up sucking every demographic. That is true. Venom 2 definitely sucked to every demographic. Venom Future Revolutions would be nice. I can see them more likely doing that. Getting a Bad Bunny. Yeah. Bad Bunny is getting his own Marvel movie under Sony. Madam Web movie is going to be a thing. But least City Sweeney is in it. Does anyone aside from Sony think anyone wants an El Muerto movie? From what I can tell, no. So I think Ultron will be. Miller says that he asked Miller. He said he's 80% sure She Hulk and Ultron are going to be in the same DLC. Amazing Spider-Man 3, please. Venom would be awesome for Future Revolution. Yeah, I'll still never play that game. I love a Black Cat movie done right. Absolutely. I don't think Sydney Sweeney is playing Black Cat, but I would be here for it. I would be here for it. It'd be good. So, based on Sony's track record, I don't think it will be good. It could be good, but I don't think it will be. See, I don't know why they didn't just take the low-hanging fruit. Sony, after No Way Home, this was such a no-brainer. Sony should have been like, hey, we're in talks to get an Amazing Spider-Man 3 with Andrew Garfield and a Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire. That's all they had to do. That's all they had to do after capitalizing off that No Way Home hype. And what did they do? Morbius with Jared Leto. Madam Web movie with Sydney Sweeney and El Muerto with Bad Bunny. Like, what are we doing here? And then they had to delay Into the Spider-Verse. Across the Spider-Verse. The one good movie that they had coming. They had to delay it. Spider-Woman, Andrew said no to Sony. Didn't do Amazing Spider-Man 3 with Spider-Woman. Something else. Do Spider-Woman. Do alternate universe Gwen. Something. It should do Midnight Suns. Well, I think the MCU was doing Midnight Suns. Doesn't know how to make money. I don't know what's about the Captain Spider-Man. All they know is that they struck gold when they got the movie rights, and they have to keep pumping out Spider-Man content every year, no matter how mediocre, to keep those rights. Jared Leto, Sony Spider-Man. Oh no, don't give him ideas. Cameron would be nice if there's good hunting stuff and it's brutal. Yeah, but it's Sony. Precision, what's up? What's up? Jessica Drew, Spider-Woman. Is it just you, or does anyone else think Fantastic Four won't be good? Well, Phase 4 MCU has definitely not been up to the same level as the Infinity Saga, so definitely a possibility that Fantastic Four does not turn out to be the one. I mean, the franchise seems kind of be cursed. We haven't had a legitimate good Fantastic Four movie yet. Louis Griff, appreciate that sub. Welcome to Do-Rag Gang. Midnight Suns is a car attack game. So the movie Midnight Suns should be very good. Could be very good. And the game, I'll have to see. It's definitely not going to be for everybody because of the turn-based strategy aspect. But I'll give it a shot. $2K expecting Marvel games to expect heavy microtransactions. So 2K made Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. They ended up publishing it, and so far, no microtransactions. So I won't judge it until I get to see it. How you doing, Precision? Was that garbage? The garbage reboot. Sadtastic with Michael B. Jordan. No, that was not the MCU. Thank God. Especially if Fantastic Four and the MCU will race swap and gender swap the whole team. Well, oh, that is a concern. Do I play Diablo? I have not. I have never played Diablo. No. I just want the movie to be good. They still haven't even announced who they're casting. So I'm just hoping it's finally decent. The franchise has such potential, but no one gets it right. Like the Jessica Alba ones were too campy and goofy. They came out before people really knew how to make superhero movies. And then the reboot with Michael B. Jordan was too dark and serious on top of just being a bad movie. You got to strike a balance. That man was the best Doctor Doom. They will recast Doctor Doom. They're going to have to start. MCU is definitely going to start fresh, but I don't even know if they're going to do Doctor Doom. Andrew Garfield not wanting to return to Spider-Man because of Sony, because he thought it was going to be terrible. It's probably right. First two were bad. If they bring it, I don't know if they're going to bring Galactus. I don't know what they're going to do. But I love Silver Surfer. Love Doctor Doom. Obviously, a lot of potential there with Galactus as well. The Heralds. They could play their cards right. They can have the Fantastic Four kick off the whole next phase of Marvel. You had the Infinity Saga leading up to Thanos. The multiverse, I guess, saga right now leading up to Kang. And then you can have the next saga leading up to Galactus. That could be really good if done right. But are they going to do it right? Is Disney going to take the hint from their tumbling stock price and right the ship? I was going to do Wolverine. Oh yeah, the next Wolverine actor. Yeah, Hugh Jackman definitely did his thing. Why the Spider-Man villains getting more attention than Spider-Man? Why not Miles? Good question. Why wouldn't they do Miles? Why wouldn't they do a Miles movie? I don't know what Sony's up to. Besides, they have their Spider-Verse, their animated one, but they could have done a lot. They could have did a live action Miles. They could have did a live action Ben Reilly. I know High Ruler would love that one. He'll be back in Doctor Strange. That's what I'm predicting. They can't find a black person to fix Miles. They could easily find someone to play Miles in live action. Travis can lead to Galactus because Thanos' brother is Silver Surfer's mentor. True. Eternals just I don't know about Eternals going forward. The ones that are left alive. That does not seem like a Eternals. I don't know how much of the Eternals we're going to see in the MCU going forward. They really fumbled the bag with that one. It definitely very much did not feel like part of the MCU. Yeah, a lot of people forgot about Eternals. It lost the money. Like they freaking killed off Icarus at the end, seemingly. Kamal Namangiani's character ran away. Like, at least they still got my girl Makari. But I'm I'm trying to picture a Marvel, an Avenger movie team up, like in Fate, like in the Infinity Saga, the whole team together. And I have a hard time picturing, the Eternals popping in. Like Infinity War was amazing. You had the Avengers, you had Thor, everyone, you had the Guardians coming together. People like, yeah, the Guardians, yeah. And the Spider-Man came in like, yeah, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange, and Iron Man, pew pew pew, And I have a hard time seeing that people are going to be excited in the theater with Sprite coming in, popping up. Like, who's that small child? Oh, wasn't she in the thing? Wasn't she in the movie with the guy who flew into the sun? Adam Warlock is too powerful for the MCU. That's never a problem for the MCU. They could always just they already nerfed the characters, so that's not an issue. The issue of the Eternals is that they prioritize representation over a good story, which sucks. Representation is amazing, but they should have a good story. Correct. I want to see an Emperor Doom as the MCU main villain, like Ultimate Alliance. Disney cast guard. Yeah, I believe Adam Warlock is making his debut in Guardians 3. Yo, Lejeune. You haven't been in the loop? Lejeune. Yeah, isn't Lejeune retired from Marvel's Avengers? Well, you're gonna be excited, Lejeune. According to Miller, we're finally getting that Modok multiplayer and cloning labs. He's saying that he thinks Modok is going to be the final villain, the final boss in a reworked version of cloning labs. I know you're going to come back for that. Low Avenger. Icarus and Makari were the only characters you remotely liked in the Eternals. I liked Makari's boyfriend too, the one that can control people's minds. But well, he actually got arrested for drunk and disorderly, the actor, but not on the level of Ezra Miller. It'd be useful if it was a movie based on Doom's world in the comics. What's up, Harry? They definitely aren't afraid to nerf characters, even if it doesn't make sense. Just ask Hog and Drax. Yo, Harry, my man. Good job on the podcast, by the way, on Doom's podcast. Bro, why do you look so much like Craig Robinson, bro? Tell me the truth, Harry. Is Craig Robinson your father? I need to know. I need to know this. Are you related to Craig Robinson? These actors be thinking they have powers IRL. Fact. Adam Warlock won't be able to kill Reed Richards' son, though. They're definitely not doing that. I don't think. I think they'll make us wait for Jane. Jane is just how long we're going to have to wait for Thor: Love and Thunder. It was Craig Craig Robinson. He's a comedian and an actor. He was in The Office. He was in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. We're gonna come as they also make it where the villains that are already in the game change every Thursday to keep it fresh. You doubt it? I mean, you're in the secret Discord, Lejeune. Let them know. Use your power. Harry, this is Craig Robertson, by the way. That tell me, bro. Tell the truth, Harry. Tell the truth. Is that your father? Tell me right now, because I'm a big fan. Tell me right now, you're. Tell me right now, because I want an autograph. This Daryl, yeah, Daryl from The Office. His name, the actor's is Craig Robinson. Bro, you say you might need to go on Mari. You look exactly like this. Bro, I swear to God that's your dad, bro. I swear to God that, bro. Bro, it looks exactly like you, bro. Bro, hit up Craig Robinson for a paternity test right now, bro. You might be owed some bread. I'm not even joking, bro. I think Craig Robinson might owe you some bread. No, no kizzy, bro. I think Craig Robinson owe you some bread, my friend. That's crazy. Is that Lejeune? That's just racist. That's clearly not Lejeune. They look nothing alike. That's our own Incredible Harry and Craig Robinson. They look like no Lejeune. Bro, they have the same hair. Bro, they have the same hair on everything, bro. Look exactly alike. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. What happened to that Civil War leak for Avengers? Oh, that random anonymous Reddit user, clearly they 100% made it up. In the case of Harry, Mr. Craig, you are the father. You are the father. Mari used to go crazy, bro. I love when they be like, "You're not the father," and they start dancing like Mr. Robinson. According to the DNA test, you are not the father. Yeah. Yeah. The woman sitting there crying, the dude breakdancing. Like, oh, bro. Mari is so toxic. They play catch down. Mari is a savage, bro. That show was so savage. Cameraman with 99 stamina. Bro, seriously, Craig. Seriously, Craig. Craig Robinson has to be related to you, bro. I will not accept anything else. You have to share DNA. I refuse to believe y'all ain't related somehow. I don't know if he's your cousin. You're somebody. You are related to the Robinson family somehow. Jerry Springer was oh man, Jerry Springer was just they were just on one, bro. Jerry Springer just went over the top. I never watched See Will Goes. I watched Jerry Springer, Montel, and Maury when I was home, had daytime TV access. Those are the main ones. I watched Judge Mathis too. Judge Mathis is my guy. I didn't bang that much with Judge Judy. Judge Judy was okay, but Judge Mathis was my guy. If I was gonna watch those TV court things, it had to be my man Judge Mathis. Dude, straight tweet Craig, you're picking ass. Are you my papa? Bro, Craig, yo. If Harry tweets that, Like, it might actually go viral. I'm not even joking. That might actually go viral. So you might want to do that, Harry. Bring some attention to your channel, your brand, because my God, you look just like. Get that clout, my friend. Get that clout. I guarantee you, bro. I will share it. He's gonna have to respond. Steve Harvey's your guy. His reactions be oh yeah, on family. Family, yeah. Steve Harvey. I didn't watch the show, but I watched Steve Harvey like back in the day. Like I watched, like he used to have a sitcom called The Steve Harvey Show. I used to watch it all the time. I love that show. I used to listen to his radio show sometimes. Steve Harvey used to be my guy. Craig would probably be shocked to want to see him, bro. Legit. If Craig Robinson saw that tweet, he would legit be sweating like, wait, do I have another son? Is that my kid? Martin was the best show. See, I like Martin, but I was a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air Family Matters kind of guy. Hey, they're trying to get this man to capture a chat. I'm saying though, you might, even if he's not your father, you might be able to scare him into at least sliding you a couple bucks, maybe some tickets or something. Once Romeo got killed, it was over. Oh yeah, from the Steve Harvey Show, that was tragic, bro. Yeah, I remember. That was sad, yo. He was so good on that show. Rest in peace, that guy, bro. He was really good. Craig would start thinking about exes. he started running through all those nights in his head, like all the times where he didn't feel like getting a condom. It's all coming back. It's all coming back to him. Fresh Prince, Jamie Foxx show was good. Yeah, Jamie Foxx show was lit. In Living Color. But yeah, the True Black. It sucks though, but the Cosby Show was definitely an S tier sitcom. Obviously, doesn't hit the same after recent revelations. Can't watch that anymore without being horrified. But back when we didn't know any better, Cosby Show was S tier. But I love Family Matters, love Fresh Prince, Jamie Foxx. I watched all the black shows. We had some true black excellence back then. Wayne's Brother, I watched all of them. Family Matters, Martin, Fresh Prince, Wayne's Brothers, Sister, Moesha, Smart Guy, Proud Family. We had some really good black shows back then. Back when the UPN was on, we had Keenan and Kel on all that, that spinoff from all that. 1-on-1 with Kyla Pratt. Good times. They're rebooting Proud Family. Yeah, the black shows were it back then, bro. They had some the Bernie Mac show. Yep, Bernie Mac show. Rest in peace, Bernie Mac. Freaking My Wife and Kids. Another Wayne show. My Wife and Kids was goated. I haven't watched a new Proud Family yet. I'm always skeptical about the reboots, because the rebooted Rugrats was not it. Everybody hates Chris. Yep, similar times back then. Okay, so culture. Did I do that? Major Faye was huge. We even had black superheroes back then. We had Blank Man, another Damon Wayans show. We had Meteor Man with Robert Townsend. Then we got in '99 we got Blade with Wesley Snipes. Black people was eating back then. We had, you know, we had some heat back then. The famous Jet Jackson, yeah. Famous Jet Jackson. Static Shock, the animated show. Big facts. Kazam, you talk about Shaq, he had Kazam, he had Shazam and Steel. The famous Jet Jackson, man, I forgot about the famous Jet Jackson. That was lit. Yeah, That's So Raven. That's another one on Disney. Fat Albert. Yo, Curious, the Bill Cosby, one of the greatest. I can't rock with Bill Cosby no more, bro. I can't. Are you? Am I worried Disney will ruin Blade with a PG-13, bro? PG-13 Blade is dead on arrival, bro. It's over. Corey in the House. We can't talk about Corey in the House, bro. Baby age kids, yes. Corey in the House, he canceled, bro. can't do Corey in the House, bro. Corey canceled, bro. Can't do it. Can't do Corey, bro. Sorry. Can't do Corey, bro. Nope. Mm-mm. not Corey. Baby's Kids was my jam. Wait, bro, what I can't talk about what Corey did. I can't talk about what he did. It's not safe for YouTube. Oh boy. House party movies are goated. I'm gonna get you, sucker. White Men. There's some love for White Men Can't Jump. That was my jam growing up. New Jack City. Menace to Society. Don't Be a Menace. Wayne Brady, just in general, I just love Wayne Brady. Like, people made fun of Wayne Brady, some people back in the day, for not being black enough, but Wayne Brady was legitimately awesome. Like, he's so talented, he was so funny. Absolutely loved him in Chappelle Show, obviously. But Wayne Brady's great. He's just really good. Scary Movie 1 and 2, yeah. Definitely glad you said 1 and 2. Because after Scary Movie 1 and 2, definitely went downhill. Very badly. As far as I'm concerned, there is nothing beyond Scary Movie 2. Wayne Brady's, whose line was legendary. Yes, Wayne Brady is so good. Like he can do everything. He can sing, he can rap, he can dance. He's really great at improv. He's great at comedy in general. Like, he's so great. People need to give him his flowers. Denzel's goated. Oh, for sure. It's Denzel. It's Denzel first. Yeah, even as a kid, like, I loved some of the stuff I watched from Denzel. Probably wasn't age appropriate, but I still watched him. Fallen, Devil in a Blue Dress. I loved his family stuff. You know, The Preacher's Wife. I've probably seen that movie 100 times. The Great Debaters was amazing. Remember the Titans. Denzel can do everything. He can do he can do action movies. He can do family movies. He can do anything. Denzel is that dude. Man on Fire. He is legitimately that guy. But I don't, for as great, all these great movies, I always remember, for some reason, I always come back to Remember the Titans. For some reason, Malcolm X, of course, American Gangster. But no matter what, I always remember that one line and Remember the Titans that Denzel said. John Q, great, sad, yeah, but he was like, "You're overcooking my grits, coach." For some reason, that line just stuck with me forever. I've never forgotten it. He's had an amazing career, but every time I think of Denzel Washington, I think of, "You're overcooking my grits, coach." every time. I can't stop thinking about it. Every time. That's the first thing that pops into my head when I think of Denzel Washington. Every time, without fail. And I love that movie. I just love that movie. And that line was just so funny. Samuel Jackson. That man, the Denzel has, distinguished himself by doing like a ton of different great movies. Samuel Jackson just doesn't say no. Samuel Jackson just became a great character, just a funny, like he's always like he's one of those actors that just plays himself. Denzel, to degree, he's Denzel, but like he can be different depending on the role. He'll do different movies. Samuel Jackson is just great at being Samuel Jackson, and he's Samuel Jackson in everything. Like, and he just won't say no. You fumble the football, and I will break my foot off in your John Brown hind parts, and then you will run a mile. Yes, yes, absolutely. You catch it, you drop a pass, you run a mile. Talk back, you run a mile. You fumble the football, I will break my foot off in your John Brown hind parts, then you will run a mile. That movie is goated, bro. I don't care what nobody says. That movie is goated. Denzel goes from a pilot to a politician to a gangster cop. Yeah. Cuba Gooding Jr. Cuba Gooding Jr. My guy. That line. Yo. So tight. But Snakes on a Plane was the most Samuel L. Jackson movie that has ever been Samuel L. Jackson. So I bet someone was literally just like, "Hey, we have a Samuel L. Jackson movie, and we would like you, Samuel Jackson, to be Samuel L. Jackson. Here's $10 million." Okay. That's how that went. Stream remastered one day. Pulp Fiction. No, Pulp Fiction. I can see from the perspective of Pulp Fiction is the movie that basically put Samuel L. Jackson on the map. So for sure. But I felt like Snakes on a Plane was peak Samuel L. Jackson meme. Like they just took the entire like Johnny, like Nicolas Cage is trying to do that right now with a movie that he has coming out where he's literally playing himself, and it's just, and the whole premise of the movie is literally some rich person is paying Nick Cage to come and be Nick Cage, but Sex on the Plane was literally just Samuel Jackson the movie. like it just took years of Samuel L. Jackson memes and was just like, let's just make that a movie. The plot doesn't matter. Literally, let's just get Samuel Jackson to say MF for 2 hours. That's essentially what it was. Think of Time to Kill was Samuel Jackson's best performance. Ooh, what was that movie? Because he definitely did have a few. Let me check his IMDb. I'm trying to remember. which movie it was. He's done a lot of them. What movie was that? Samuel Jackson had one movie where he was not playing Samuel Jackson. And it was like legitimately, I don't know. I think it came on cable. It was a special. It was based on a book that I think was based on a play. I forgot he played Shaft. What was that? What was that thing called? Hateful Eight. He was good in that. Django Unchained. Was it the Sunset Limited? Yes. Yes, it was. The Sunset Limited with Tommy Lee Jones. The Sunset Limited, Tommy Lee Jones and Samuel L. Jackson. It's a movie based on a book that I think was a play. It's literally Samuel L. Jackson and Tommy Lee Jones having a philosophical debate in one room. That's the movie. And it was so good. The book was even better, but it was so good. I remember seeing it. The Sunset Limited. Go check that out. It might be on HBO. It came out in 2011. Coming to America, Deep Blue Sea. Oh my God, Deep Blue Sea, where he got eaten by the shark during the speech, cracked me up every time. He's right in the middle of that speech too. he was really getting into it. We're not gonna fall apart. We're going to stick together. Now before. Oh, oh, that gets me every time. It was crazy. LL Cool J made it to the end of the movie. Deep Blue Sea was the last good shark movie. You might be right about that one. I saw the Meg with Jason Statham. I thought, it's Jason Statham. Usually action movies with Jason Statham are going to be decent because it's Jason Statham, but it didn't work. The Meg didn't work. And it made me realize Jason Statham action movies are only good when Jason Statham can punch people. Like him fighting, the enemy being a giant shark just was not it. Hateful Eight it was fantastic for sure. Scared you, made you laugh. Shark movies became a meme. I mean, yeah, thanks to Sharknado literally made shark movies jump the shark. Like the expression "jump the shark," that the modern equivalent of that is the actual movie Sharknado. It just was like, oh well. Now sharks are just a meme. They're making another Meg. Oh Jesus. Nah, bro. I'm definitely not seeing the Meg 2. Sharknado was the first one, at least. It was one of those movies that was so bad it's kind of good. Like people didn't drag it just for a beat. Like it got to a point where it came out on the other side because of how bad it was, and people just kind of embraced it for what it was. Wrath of Man is an underrated movie. You say it's a top 5 Jason Statham movie. I haven't seen that. All the Jason Statham movies I've seen are pretty much all of his basically Transporter but different title type of movies. like at a certain point, once the Transporter hit, Jason Statham just started doing that in every other movie as a sci-fi movie. Just because it's on sci-fi doesn't mean it has to be bad. Sci-fi has had some good stuff. They just decided for some reason to do that. I don't know why. I gotta check out Wrath of Man though. I'm always in the market for a good Jason Statham movie. Let me look this up. Wrath of Man. What is it, and can I watch it on something that I have? Is it Jason Statham doing Jason Statham things? Mysterious and wild-eyed, a new security guard for a cash truck surprises his coworkers when he unleashes precision skills during a heist. Yep, that sounds like a Jason Statham movie that I would watch. Where can I watch it? As long as it's Jason Statham punching people in the face, I will watch it. Guy Ritchie did the screenplay. Okay. Where can I watch it? It's on Prime. Oh, I think it's free on Prime. Let me check. Oh yeah, I can watch it on Prime for free. One of the benefits of having an Amazon Prime subscription, I can watch Jason Statham's Wrath of Man for free. Let's go. Those remake, you like the Italian Job? Oh yeah. If Cloning Labs is a raid, it's fighting clones of all the existing villains. I'm sure most people like it. So Cloning Labs was supposed to be the original Omega level threat. That was the first idea of what the Omega level threat was. From what I remember, from when it actually leaked and people got to play it early, it looked like a mega version of a hive. You know, it had some puzzle elements, some simple puzzle elements, but it was a very big scale hive. So definitely, I wouldn't expect a raid anything. Definitely more in terms of an OLT. And people can sub to you on Twitch with the Amazon Prime account. That is true. If you have an Amazon Prime membership, I am on Twitch, so you can use your Prime sub on me. That would be sweet. Amazon's kind of all right. Not great in terms. I haven't dived too much into the Amazon stuff, but I loved Upload. The Jack Reacher show was pretty good. The Boys that was pretty great. Season 2, not as good, but the animated one was pretty good. Vox Machina was really good. Invincible was great. Amazon's got some heat. Who was El Muerto? El Muerto is Bad Bunny, and Bad Bunny is El Muerto. El Muerto. I think I'm saying it right. El Muerto. El Muerto. I was not good. I was mediocre at Spanish in school. El Muerto. El Muerto. I'm probably saying that wrong. Spanish people are probably looking at me like, no. I don't speak Spanish. I speak bad Japanese. Bad Bunny is a entertainer of some kind. Bad Bunny is a Puerto Rican rapper, singer, record producer, actor, and professional wrestler. Oh yeah, sorry, he's in WWE. His music is often defined as Latin trap and reggaeton, but he has incorporated various other genres into his music. Yeah, that is Bad Bunny. As a Hispanic person, we do not want this. Give us Miles Morales or anything else. You're saying the Spanish community does not want El Muerto, played by Bad Bunny? It's definitely wrong. Is my pronunciation of El Muerto wrong? I can't. Yeah, I struggle with pronunciation in Spanish. I could do Japanese words okay, but certain Spanish phrases and words, L pronunciation. So screw you. I got L right, so there. It's Muerto. It's Muerto. Fuck. Let me ask Google. How do you pronounce Muerto? El Muerto. How do you say it? Pronouncenames.com. Shout out to y'all. El Muerto. El Muerto. El Muerto. I think I got it. Close enough. I'm listening to the thing right now on YouTube. I'm getting there. El Muerto. Muerto. El Muerto. I think I got it. That's pretty much it, right? That's pretty much got. I pretty much nailed it, right? I'm listening. I'm saying exactly how the YouTube person is saying it on pronouncenames.com. Blame them. El Muerto. El Muerto. See, I got it. I got it. Y'all out here hating on my Spanish. Get out of here. The movie's gonna be mid anyway. Who cares? I bet everyone else is gonna say it wrong. Forget you guys. Try Duolingo. I used to have Duolingo. I was learning Spanish. I was learning, and I just fell off because I had no one to practice with. I had no reason to actually use it, so I just fell off the Spanish. But I always wanted to use Rosetta Stone. I hear that's the better one. There was another app I got when I started learning Japanese, and it was better than Duolingo because I wasn't like retaining. I felt like I was learning a lot from Duolingo, but it wasn't like sticking. It wasn't like practical Spanish. So I found another app and I was learning some Japanese, and I felt like that one was much better in terms of helping me speak it like right away. I had to try some. I hear freaking Rosetta Stone. When I was growing up, Rosetta Stone was super expensive, but I saw recently that you can basically get a lifetime membership to like all of their languages for like a couple $100, like something crazy like that. I might get into it, expand my horizons. You know, I want to learn Japanese so I can watch anime without looking at the subtitles. That's one of my goals. I want to learn. I want to be able to reading Japanese. That might be another thing, but I definitely want to be able to at least listen without needing the subtitles. I think that would be pretty cool. What's new about the game? I don't know if you can see that, but that's from Miller. That's the latest scoop Miller dropped. That's the new skin he said is coming to the game for Hulk that they're working on. All I know is that movie is going to be terrible no matter how you pronounce it. Facts. Leak wise, Ultron. Yeah, I asked Miller, and he seems pretty sure that, like 80% sure at least, that She Hulk's is her villain. Her DLC, he said he believes is going to come with Ultron. See, I know Miller was working on, he might still be listening to audio. There was a lot of audio files. But he's going to be posting a tweet. Yeah, he hasn't updated yet. He's working on a tweet right now. This man has not gone to sleep yet. But he's got a bunch of audio files he's going through right now on Twitch from the game. It has references to She Hulk, Winter Soldier, Captain Marvel. So he's going to be posting that at some point. Trash. I think it's gonna be trash. Yeah. I'm gonna be curious to check out all the stuff he compiled. I was listening to most of it all morning. It was a lot of audio files, but fortunately I stayed awake for some of the good stuff, so got to learn that James Buchanan Barnes is married in the Marvel's Avengers universe. They recorded some audio lines from him being in combat from when he goes down. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard his voice actor though. I wonder if Miller found any of Kritzia Bajos's dialogue by now. Appreciate that sub. Welcome to Durag Gang. Married to She Hulk. That's what I thought. I was looking in the comic books to see if, because there's supposed to be crossover between the She Hulk DLC and the Winter Soldier one, and I was looking through the comics to see if they ever had a thing, but I couldn't find anything about them ever dating. Like I know he dated Black Widow, but I didn't see any storylines that involved him and She Hulk at all. And with Marvel's Avengers, they usually either go based on the comic books, mostly, or they'll maybe borrow something from the MCU, but mainly the comic. Who's my guess for the villain for Winter Soldier right now? Ultron. It sounds like it could be taking aim in Future Imperfect's situation, except Ultron potentially covering both of the DLCs. Otherwise, haven't heard anything. Like the main thing we see them working on villain wise is Ultron. I don't know anything about what they're doing with Winter Soldier. But if he is married to She Hulk, lucky devil. Personally hope it's Ultron. Love to do. Yeah, if they end up doing like a Ultron Part 1, Part 2 thing, that'd be pretty fire. I'd be down with that. Especially as long as they get Winter Soldier out this year, which I think they can, because they said the rest of the content for this year should be, the rest of the updates this year should be content focused once we get past 2-4. I know Jane Foster is like the Echo kind of thing, so it didn't take as much development time. She-Hulk's been done for a while from what I've heard, and they were just kind of lining it up with the MCU. So I see no reason why they couldn't squeeze Bucky in November, December. Red Skull would be great. Yeah, Hydra obviously would be the choice, but Some Ultron, I wouldn't mind. Is Red Skull immortal? Which Red Skull? The MCU, or you're talking about in the Marvel's Avengers? I don't know if Red Skull. I don't know what the Red Skull in the Marvel's Avengers lore is. I know he's undergone some changes in the comic books. Miller just tweeted, sir. See if it's ready yet. Oh, he did the thing. He dropped the thing. These are the voice lines. Let me switch this to desktop. Desktop audio. Looks like Miller has done his deep dive. This is where he usually posts the leaked audio files. Oh, didn't even play the audio. Hold up, I'm gonna have to redo it. Whose voice is this? Let me delete this. Worst case scenario, I can just download it and add it to OBS. If it doesn't play. Yeah, OBS doesn't want to work right now. All good, so I'll just download some of this stuff. Which one is this? Hey, She Hulk. All right, so that's Winter Soldier and that's She Hulk. All right. I'll add this to OBS. CD about the Agent 47 after Miller. Facts.
Winter Soldier. Welcome, Winter Soldier. Greetings, Winter Soldier.
Mr. Barnes, what do you need?
Winter Soldier. Welcome, Winter Soldier. Greetings, Winter Soldier.
Mr. Barnes, what do you need?
Winter Soldier. Welcome, Winter Soldier. Greetings, Winter Soldier.
Mr. Barnes, what do you need?
Winter Soldier. Welcome, Winter Soldier. Greetings, Winter Soldier.
Mr. Barnes, what do you need?
Winter Soldier. Welcome, Winter Soldier. Greetings, Winter Soldier.
Mr. Barnes, what do you need?
So that's the Winter Soldier. That's the various Avengers interacting with Winter Soldier. She Hulk.
Welcome, She Hulk. She Hulk.
Here's She Hulk.
Greetings, She Hulk.
Hello, Green Woman.
Ah, Miss Walters.
Yes, Miss Walters.
Welcome, She Hulk. She Hulk. Greetings, She Hulk.
Hello, Green Woman.
Ah, Miss Walters.
Yes, Miss Walters.
Welcome, She Hulk. She Hulk.
Miller is the
Greetings,
robot.
She Hulk.
Hello, Green Woman.
Ah, Miss Walters.
Yes, Miss Walters.
Welcome, She Hulk. She Hulk. Greetings, She Hulk.
Hello, Green Woman.
That's She Hulk. Oh, this one's Carol. Let's get a Captain Marvel in here. Voice lines for Captain Marvel.
Welcome, Captain Marvel.
Someone
Captain
at Crystal
Marvel.
Dynamics is
Captain
punching a wall
Danvers?
right now.
Greetings, Captain Marvel.
Hello, Captain Danvers.
How can I help Captain Danvers?
Welcome, Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel.
Captain Danvers?
Greetings, Captain Marvel.
Hello, Captain Danvers.
How can I help Captain Danvers?
Welcome, Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel.
Captain Danvers?
Oh boy.
Greetings, Captain Marvel.
Hello, Captain Danvers.
How can I help Captain Danvers?
Welcome, Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel.
Captain Danvers?
Greetings, Captain Marvel.
Hello, Captain Danvers.
Miller doing the Lord's work. Crystal Dynamics preparing a lawsuit. That mean it come out sooner rather than later? Not necessarily. I mean, She Hulk, I'm pretty sure is ready, as I've said before. When I think Captain Marvel is still next year. We got some more. We got some for both. Okay. Miller. Oh boy, Miller. You told me Captain Marvel. You literally did not, Donnie. Miller leaked. Captain Marvel leaked in 2020. The inclusion of Captain Marvel leaked in 2020. Before I was even on YouTube. What are you talking about, bro? No, you did not tell anyone anything, bro. We all knew. Anyone following the leaks since 2020 knew about Captain Marvel. She's literally in the game. There's a poster of Captain Marvel in Kamala's room. She was on the original data mine list of characters. You did not tell anybody anything. Stop it. Stop it right now. This one is She Hulk, Winter Soldier, and CM. I said she wasn't. I said stop lying. Don't. If you lie, you're out. Don't do that. I said I didn't think she's coming out this year, and I wouldn't be surprised. Obviously, if they canceled the game, the choices would either be she doesn't come out at all, or maybe they put her out instead of someone else. But I didn't think she would come out this year. I never said she was never coming to the game. That's a lie. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. We're having a chill stream. Don't do that. I will ban you.
Welcome, Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel.
Captain Danvers?
Greetings, Captain Marvel.
Hello, Captain Danvers.
How can I help Captain Danvers?
Welcome, Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel.
Captain Danvers?
Greetings, Captain Marvel.
Hello, Captain Danvers.
How can I help Captain Danvers?
Welcome, Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel.
Captain Danvers?
Greetings, Captain Marvel.
Hello, Captain Danvers.
How can I help Captain?
Let me see now. This one. Here it is.
She-Hulk, no! Bucky's down! Captain Marvel, she's down! She-Hulk, no! Bucky's down! Captain Marvel, she's down! She-Hulk, no!
This is
Bucky's
combat.
down! Captain Marvel, she's down! She-Hulk, no! Bucky's down! Captain Marvel, she's down!
So that's if so they did some voice lines with Ashley Birch, just in case for situations where Bucky, Captain Marvel, and She-Hulk are down in combat. Where's the other one? And this one is Black Panther combat interaction with all of them. Yeah, those are the voice lines. Yeah, these are the voice lines. Miller just. Yeah, I was telling y'all Miller has been working on the voice lines. It's obviously a lot of work, but he finally got it. So this one is Black Panther talking about doing the combat banner.
The She Hulk is out. Barnes is out.
This is
Captain
T'Challa.
Danvers is down. The She Hulk is out. Barnes is out. Captain Danvers is down. The She Hulk is out. Barnes is out. Captain Danvers is down. The She Hulk is out. Barnes is out. Captain Danvers is down. The She Hulk is out. Barnes is out. Captain Danvers is down. The She Hulk is out. Barnes is out. Captain Danvers is down.
The
The
She-Hulk.
She Hulk is out. Barnes is out. Captain Danvers is down.
The She Hulk is out. The She Hulk is out. The She Hulk is out. Bonds is down. Wakanda forever. The She Hulk is out. I love it. It's all day. He is not going to sleep. When I went to sleep, I woke up at like 6 a.m. Miller was still streaming, and then he started going through the voice lines, and he's been going through that like all day. Get these voice lines. Let me retweet this. Miller doing the Lord's work. Stream frozen or just you? OBS is fine. YouTube is fine on my end. Just you, my friend. Think it froze. For some reason, YouTube says it's normal. I don't know. Maybe it's probably YouTube. So OBS looks like it's fine. Don't do it. They can't sue me. I didn't leak it. They're going after Miller. Miller's the one that's in trouble. Kind of happy about that. Don't really want it. Plot spoilers. Yeah, I think that's good that at least people that didn't know got basically have confirmation that yes, they've been developing She-Hulk, Winter Soldier, and Captain Marvel as playable heroes. Miller once again doing the Lord's work. Keeping the game interesting. Miller essentially does what Crystal Dynamics can't. So obviously they can't leak stuff directly, you know, especially with Marvel games involved. They could definitely do a better job teasing, but again, that comes down to Marvel games. Miller has no restrictions. He has no limitations. He can just do what he wants. Why do I have the Hulk pickup? Did you miss me talking about this is one of Miller's leaks? You were here. You were here, right? You were here, Bowsburgers, yeah. This is one of the leaks that Miller dropped yesterday. In addition to the information about Modok and Colonial Labs, he said this Hulk skin is going to be coming to the game. Hopefully this will quiet the naysayers. It's definitely not going to quiet the naysayers, let's be honest. The people who, the Marvel's Avengers reply guys who just only say negative stuff all day, this will not affect them whatsoever. So as long as Avengers is in this particular situation where the content isn't actually here, it's not going to affect them at all, and it doesn't need to, you know. As long as the stuff is coming, that's fine. They just got it. Avengers just has to. The devs just have to, you know, put their heads down, keep making the game better, you know, update by update. Just keep chugging along. But shout out Miller for keeping it fresh, keeping it exciting. Miller has been very clutch. But still, yeah, it looks like more than likely, I think we're getting 3 heroes this year. She Hulk. So Jane Foster was not part of the original heroes that they planned. They, according to Miller's intel, they developed Jane partially to line up with the MCU, but also because of the She Hulk delay, because they were not going to have the cross motion with She Hulk because her show got pushed back to summer. They were like, okay, well, we want to have something else here. So they went with the Echo type of character for She Hulk, for Jane. But She Hulk could have released already, according to his intel. So it's looking like Jane and She Hulk for the summer, and then for the last DLC of the year, I'm thinking it's going to be Bucky, because they, quite frankly, don't have enough time based on how development is going to do Captain Marvel and Winter Soldier. There's not enough time. Like, because they're working on Jane right now, they're finishing up Jane, and they're probably working on Winter Soldier as well to be the follow-up to She Hulk. The way they work is they kind of, because their team is small, they can only do so many things at the same time. Dev said Stranger Wine aren't coming, but they didn't say they aren't coming. They aren't coming this year, but you know, they didn't shoot down the possibility of Doctor Strange and Wanda ever coming to the game. But yeah, they're definitely in the universe, and they definitely were in the original files. It's just, for whatever reason, when they were picking the heroes for the game that they're going to launch with and have the first DLCs with, they didn't choose Wanda and Scarlet Witch. They didn't choose Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange. So we're stuck without them. Maybe 2023, if Square Enix greenlights them another year of content, because we've made it loud and clear we want Doctor Strange, we want Scarlet Witch. So I would imagine if they get permission and approval to do 2023 content, because they don't have any heroes right now planned beyond Captain Marvel. So right now they would be in the planning stages of what's next after Captain Marvel, after the Kree invasion. I would have to imagine Scarlet Witch, given their track record, probably they would lean to more towards Scarlet Witch than Doctor Strange. So I would imagine Scarlet Witch would be the top priority if they were planning their 2023 content, looking at the next heroes to start developing. I would imagine by now they would have to get the memo. They need a splashy hero. They need somebody that the people actually want. So I would imagine Scarlet Witch would be the top of the list, but this is all speculation at this point, because as far as I know, they haven't actually been approved of 2023 content. Is this real? This is from Miller. I was watching him on stream going through all of the audio files for he went through literally thousands of them to bring us this audio. So definitely give Miller some love. These are voice lines from Marvel's Avengers referencing She Hulk, Winter Soldier, and Captain Marvel. Why not hire more people? Because it's not that simple. If Square Enix wanted Avengers to have more people, they would do that. Obviously, they're hiring right now because they lost their community manager. But the way live service games works is you put a bunch of money into launching the live service game, and then you pull back and you maintain it, see how it does, and the studio rakes and the publisher rakes in the profits. Marvel's Avengers obviously did not live up to the promise, and currently Square Enix has Crystal Dynamics divided. They have them working on Tomb Raider on Unreal 5, and they're over on the initiative with Microsoft, helping them with Perfect Dark. So that leaves very few people for Marvel's Avengers. Now, if Marvel's Avengers had more confidence from Square Enix, they would hire more people. They would give them more help. But Square Enix currently does not want to. So until then, they're stuck with this small team. Miller, the CD digger. Captain Marvel just got leaked. How you're not convinced? Because she didn't get leaked. Her voice lines. I mean, not even her voice lines. All this did was confirm what I already knew, that Crystal Dynamics is working on Captain Marvel, along with She Hulk and Winter Soldier. I thought I pretty thoroughly explained this, Donnie. Captain Marvel is supposed to be a Kree expansion. How are they going to get out Winter Soldier? Winter Soldier is not done yet. She Hulk is done. Winter Soldier is not done. He's going to be another DLC. He's not going to be a hero event like Spider-Man. He's a full DLC, a full character. So how are they going to get that? We're in April right now. He's not done. How are they going to get him done and marketed properly and released, and also be able to market and finish a Kree expansion with Captain Marvel with the amount of time left? We're almost in May. She-Hulk might not come out until August. So that would leave September, October, November, December to release, to finish, develop, and release two major character updates to the game. They don't have enough time. They're not Bungie, they're not Ubisoft. They don't have the manpower to do that. It's literally impossible for them to have both of them at the same time. It can't be done. Not with the amount of people they have. They don't have enough time in the year. I mean, they had to cancel roadmaps because they didn't have the confidence that they could deliver on content 6 months out in advance. It's just not possible. They just don't have the people. Yeah, yeah. Miller agrees. Like Miller thinks that most likely Captain Marvel is going to be releasing in February to line up with the Marvel's film, because he's saying synergy with the MCU is a big emphasis going forward. So Miller, the person you're citing with the leaks, even he says he doesn't think Captain Marvel is coming out until next year. And it's definitely very, very much healthier to have that expectation that best case scenario, you get Bucky at the end of the year. But yeah, absolutely no way they're going to be able to do She-Hulk, Winter Soldier, and Captain Marvel in the same year. They're just too far behind. It can't be done, unfortunately. But if it helps them with their synergy with the MCU, that can be fine too. Gives them more time to work on Captain Marvel, make sure it's right, because that's going to be a big deal. That's going to be a big DLC. It's supposed to be an expansion. It's supposed to be the finale, the season finale, possibly series finale. So they got to get that right. No need to rush it. They need to do something that gives them more money, because with the majority of MCU skins behind us, they have no profits are going to decline. I mean, they don't have there. That's not going to be an issue. They have plenty of MCUs. They still have plenty of MCU skins to choose from. The MCU has more MCU skins coming out because they have more shows and movies coming out, and they have comic books. They have comic book skins to sell. They're fine on skins, but they definitely should go to the free to play model. I think it's definitely better for the long term health of the game, if they're going to do that, to charge for expansions at the very least. Like this whole free DLC everything, I didn't think that was a sustainable model from the start, and I think it's definitely bit them after the game struggled from launch. Committing to free DLCs, not great. It's not great. So if the game does go free to play, I think they should definitely consider charging for some of this stuff. What happened to War Machine? They started working on War Machine, and then they stopped. It's unclear if they're going to bring War Machine back, but Miller already leaked War Machine's character model. We already know for a fact that they were working on War Machine, but he ended up not making the cut for whatever reason. I know they didn't do voice lines for him. They didn't get a voice actor for him. But Miller still said there's a possibility that War Machine could release alongside Captain Marvel. But as of right now, looks like he was canceled, or at least put on hold. But it would make sense